Ghana de shima ma ma munyina ha UTV asuni omamu nsem ne amahodo so de awosamufo ason so na wiei mede eso mo kasebo ekwan so na nsem ni bia etodwa ene se mahye bedwamu PM de empanyimfo ya yabo wonu mudin se wo mmra atemu adwuma ne mu emedi dwuma emfamoa no speaker aboeche de ama appointment committee se wonhwe na de esese wo ye wo ho bia wonye ne ntentem se de be ye obetumi afiti wadwuma ase so and a Chief Justice suspension ho asenie ne ho kroneba no minority no akasa e de afa ho ye de emunsem ebesom mo kasebo yi emu ye bo hwi na ye de yani akyemu wo alakple na ade hye wo hono nso so ese wo sra aban ese wono akwan nya afa chip compound a wo wo e wo kronim so ye nwie ye enti so bi yade so a na no so ho asem aye twintwan kakra wo mo nhwe na wo mmekọ wo no mmoa ena wiye mi amede kasebo yi esomo midin de ama sapunkumankuma desi this way chocolate drink de ohia nsuo hye afeng specialized mineral water and special drinks eboye chidom me pacho ya na wapibia nonom ebeboa opa mata de ehye clothing palace omo ewo Accra Central me pacho omo ne lava abrosan ne di nhwanimu abrosan ne lava abrosan di nhwanimu no so hope e na wonom wo me pacho po ba ho ade bia atade bag accessories paboa Frezel 271998313 now so wakwa akoje wo de kama afei yentinsi ensem no emwe Speaker of Parliament Yera Alban Kingsford Sumana Babin edi atu edwase Yera John Dramani Mahama empanyufo a wabo wonum edini ese wonum enko Supreme Court na wom konkodi dwuma emfamwa ye mamra adwuma no eyade asese wabo akire dia ma appointment committee se wom hwe na entutuye bi e wo ho no omhwe enyo.
Honorable members, I have another message from His Excellency the President dated 20th May 2025. It also reads, Right Honorable Speaker, appointment of justices to the Supreme Court. On 29th April 2025, I submitted my nominations by letter to the Judicial Council for appointment to the Supreme Court. The chairperson, Acting Chief Justice Paul Bafubone, on behalf of the Council, advised me on 5th of May 2025 of the suitability of my underlisted nominees for appointment to the Supreme Court. Names: 1. Justice Senyor Jamefe. 2. Justice Sir Dennis Dominic Ajay. 3. Justice Biel Simon Turbare. 4. Justice Philip Bright Mensah. 5. Justice Janapare Azua Battels Kojo. 6. Justice Hafisata Amaliboba. 7. Justice Kweku Tawia Aka Buafo. In accordance with my duty under Article 1442 of the Constitution of Ghana, 1992, I consulted with the Council of State by submitting the above names and their curricula vitae to the Council of State. On 7th May 2025, the Council of State notified me by a letter and a report indicating their suitability for appointment. Accordingly, pursuant to Article 1442 of the 1992 Constitution, I am requesting that Parliament consider and approve the appointment of the nominees as Justices of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Attached are their curricula vitae. Mr. Speaker, it is my respectful hope and expectation that the approval of the nominees will proceed expeditiously to enable them to assume offices as soon as practicable. Please accept the assurances of my highest consideration. Signed, John Dramani Mahama. Honorable members, I have copies of the CVs of the nominees. And
Abzanfo yetwa ensam no so yebohwe ni akọ Philippa Atanga ho ewo Supreme Court ababeto dwase Attorney General de kokoto Supreme Court anim ese wonhwe na Justice Paulman wonyino emfiri ye maame isabato konu na sam no eso na Supreme Court aboagu etesa ana sese pa netie Philippa wo ho a obechie mu Philippa ma han
yenia
obapa yetie wawie
yo Samuel yenim say yenya yenim say Chief Justice and I say Chief Justice Samuel yesi wonyina nchen maami get to the Sabato kono ninsem bebre koso Samuel mampanyin ache say ontwe ne ho kakra na nhwehwemu bi enkoso na nhwehwemu no koso a eya abejafo enum na eye mampanyin apa wo mo a Chief Justice omowo Supreme Court has say Baku Dean de Justice Fuaman ena Baku Dean de Justice Esiedu omo nyina kan bejafo enum na omo tena asem ne so no omo aka no na Chief Justice nsem yi koso ya no Chief Justice nankasa ese odinkata baba beto court nim eye Supreme Court say emra yejina so as Chief Justice Dibran yebetumi eyi agyefi obi nsem no kwan ya yede na afaso no mfamra kwan mu papa enti no ode asema ba bedan Supreme Court enyemra ni nchechire mu na ansa na Supreme Court ebefre asem no mpo na waye samra ni nchechire mu no Article 146 no wasan de nkrata a ye friend interlocutory injunction abeto court menim a all say Supreme Court say ansa na mpo ye beka sa asem ni acheche mra ni mu no Supreme Court enhye se abejafo no edwumedi a ekoso no omo ntwentwen sukosi se Supreme Court ebeye mra ni nchechire mu ansa na bibinia so omo bekoso a no omo akoso so enu nkwan so omo koso nso a na court na achwe na no na ye ba ya ye ba betie bibinia court ne beka afa sa interlocutory injunction ne ho na mom ye fra asem no na aban lawyer penya bedi echiwe Justice Remsai ekache court ne say nkrata bi a Chief Justice ede aka na sem no aye friend supplementary affidavit no nsem bi wo ho a wakeka a se wo hwe omo a watwe omo aba court na Attorney General ene abejafo enum na omo tie na asem no wo hwe nkrata na wo hwe mu ya wotumi hu se efa baby wo ho a wo se ode abejafo ni din ene omo address hwe ho no mo na mo hwe a Attorney General nkwan edin na address na hwe enti na chese Chief Justice na emu pa chese sa abejafo na ne watwe omo aba begina omuso aba begina court no na chese omo kra omo asem kra eninia ekoso no mu bi enti ebeye a court na chese abejafo no yenyi omu mfiri asem ni mu na emu aban lawyer penyi abedi ekire nkane aban lawyer penyi abedi aban lawyer penyi Godfrey Yebo Adame ono o kasa ama Chief Justice ono so ka che court say nia Attorney General abedi ekire Dr. Remsai o kano encheda eni enyinaso bia enti court ni mungu esansen sem na ye omude abeto court ni se court ni hwe na onka no eno na ewo se court ni hwe na oka na eno na fa abejafo ne ho enti na sem na oka no court ni mungu court ni etie ye agi owura dame asem ni tumu amata amre court na hwe se ewo se abejafo na asem na ye ka no can omo ka ho enti sa mre dia abejafo na eye enum na mampanya pa wo no Chief Justice asem odi aba betu court ni enim no omo ka ho bi na no da nchen a na afen so Chief Justice ni supplementary affidavit no nso eno de court no atwam na eno no court ne share say in some supplementary affidavit mu na na senkrata no in some Chief Justice aka no sansem no nsem a emra ne hye se ye ka no kukuamu enti se asem a ye ka no kukuamu ana se nu nkwan se ebeda abonsi mo bia chi na Chief Justice ba be ka eno asem e wo court no abejafo no so mo gitumu a enye yi ne lawyer Godfred Yebo Adame ka se emra kwan so na Chief Justice na fa na enye se omo de asem akwa tu bedwam na court enim na omo ba omo de asem na beda in court nti ke be ya court ni nka bi mu awo abejafo no sorry so no omo ba ye na omo aka ne se de bi omo gi sa de ni tuma enye yi enti nsem agodo a Chief Justice e de aka nkrata ho se ode ka na asem no abejafo no se omo gi tuma enye yi enti omo abo egu it is amre de ni interlocutory injunction samre ye hwe se court ne be gi atumu se abejafo no form jumedi ento ho na so mo mani church mu wia na fe da bejafo no entwa omedwuma so ana se court ne beka se onji ntumu samre ya lawyer fo no Godfred Yebo Adame a okasa Chief Justice ordinary disem atudwa a o chese we se court ni kedi mo aban lawyer penya be de ejire Srimsai Dr. Srimsai onu su gina ne nan so sesi a oba be kasa enti ni nyina no ye betie na ne court ne beji atumu no enumre ento enumre de na yehu na ye de atudwa ye
da se nyame enhwa yenua ba Philippa Atanga amanebo eno no na emrahye bedwafo no edom kuma no deputy leader onmonyamfo Patricia Apiaje so de atudwa se Chief Justice kwan ya ye fa so na ya ho ne to akonya no entwa yie kra.
Let us begin with a matter that strikes at the very soul of our democratic architecture, the independence of the judiciary. Mr. Speaker, the audacious attempt by the presidency to undermine judicial independence have reached dangerous proportions. The nation watched in disbelief as the executive launched brazen efforts to remove the Chief Justice of the Republic. An assault not merely on one officer holder, but on the very sanctity of the judicial branch. At the same time, the president is seeking to pack the Supreme Court with loyalists. 7 nominations in one swoop, clearly designed to bind the hands of the Judicial Council and tilt the highest court in the land towards executive interest. Equally troubling is the identity of the legal practitioners leading this crusade. While the right to counsel is sacrosanct and every citizen is entitled to legal representation of their choosing, it is profoundly disquieting that the lawyers spearheading the campaign against the Chief Justice are individuals publicly known to have represented or are still representing both the President and the Speaker of Parliament in active legal matters. These lawyers do not act in vacuum. They act on the instructions of their clients. And when such lawyers become the face and the voice of petition to remove the Chief Justice, it becomes exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, for the public to disassociate the petition from the political authorities they serve. Mr. Speaker, this is not about professional competence. It is about democratic perception. It is about the appearance and indeed the growing reality of political capture of our constitutional process. We must ask ourselves, when the lawyers of the executive and the legislature turn their sights on the judiciary, whose independence is being preserved and whose agenda is being prosecuted? When these actors drive a petition with such grave implications, and the very architecture of checks and balances comes under sea, and let us be blunt, how then can any Ghanaian trust the president acted with malice, without political motive?
Ekwan papa ese so nipa fa so ehia enna ya mrahebedwafo bobo ho ya mrahebedwa no etwa mu no ya afufuro ya ba no wo masan fa asem ni biemu a obobo ho.
Let me take the opportunity to highlight a few of the items listed in the draft agenda for this meeting. I will not go through all what the leaders have mentioned, but please, we have one bill at committee, the Ghana Cocoa Board Amendment Bill 2025. 3 private members bill, the Property Rights of Spouses Bill 2025, Constitution of the Republic of Ghana Amendment Bill 2025, and the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 have completed the processes as required by the standing orders and are expected to be presented for the first reading during the course of this meeting. We also expect to lay for consideration of the House the Corporate Insolvency and Restructuring Regulations 2025. So far, 17 papers are ready to be presented to the House for consideration. But I must hasten to add that the House is yet to receive the full list of proposed business from the government. Members' business, as you all know, will come as they are ready and admitted by me. We also have 4 reports that are pending before committees. We further expect to tackle the reports of our 2 ad hoc committees. The report on the ad hoc committee established to investigate the violent disorder that characterized the meetings of the Appointments Committee on Thursday, 30th and Friday, 31st January 2025. And the report of the ad hoc committee on the design of a pension scheme.
Enkoye eno da nchen a mampanyini ankasa ote adwa so kwan ofa so appointe enkofo so medi dwuma no waka ensema hodo bi a wani nye ho ewo ho e de akye.
On the energy front, let the records reflect Doomsaw is back, and it has returned with viciousness that reminds Ghanaians of our darkest power crisis. Under President Mahama's second coming, the lights are off. The people are suffering, and the economy is bleeding. The pain doesn't stop there. The Ghana city has seen recent signs of appreciation, but prices remain stubbornly high, particularly in shipping and transportation. Many major operators are still quoting dollars that defy the Bank of Ghana's official benchmarks. Who protects the Ghanaian consumer from this brazen exploitation? We also demand a bold, decisive declaration of an emergency to tackle illegal mining, which has surged under this administration. Mr. Speaker, fellow Ghanaians, Parliament is not a ceremonial gathering of elites. It is the living expression of the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people. when judicial independence is threatened, when power is used to terrorize citizens, and when the executive flouts the Constitution with impunity, this House has a duty, not a choice, to rise in defense of the Republic.
Mr. Speaker, the transformation is palpable across every sector of society. Our market women now trade with renewed vigor. Educators stand proud in their profession. Farmers embrace their vital role with assurance. Students pursue knowledge with greater determination. The business community operates with restored confidence. Even political opponents like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia have been inspired by this new wave of renewed optimism. Beyond our borders, Africa looks to Ghana as a model of democratic renewal and economic resurgence. Our remarkable economic recovery has become the subject of continental admiration, signaling Ghana's return to its rightful place as a leader among nations. This is more than mere political change. It is a national awakening that promises to carry Ghana to new heights of prosperity and influence.
Majority leader Eddie to minority nanim se wose wonum ada ye omu nyina ma aboso no muntai omanfo to sanfo onmunyamfo ato force na chi se de beya ba bi odi oman sikasem beduru no obekoso ayempo ama abrosa.
Because of all the policies, legislation, and quality of leadership installed by this House in our first sitting, Ghana is being reset again. We have engineered one of the strongest currency rebounds in recent financial history. The numbers speak for themselves. 21% appreciation against the US dollar, 16% against the UK pound, 41% strengthening versus the euro, where $1 traded 14 a few months ago. Today it exchanges at just over 10.94 Ghana cedis. This isn't just statistics. It is translated into real relief for Ghanaian families. The strong showing of our Ghana cedi is resulting in significant reductions in fuel prices, in commodity prices, in food prices, and in the prices of general goods and services. Right, Honorable Speaker, there is a new force and a new myth in the management of our economy and finances. It is called Forcenomics. This House must support our indefatigable Finance Minister and former leader of this House, Honorable Kesel Atuba Forson, to continue along the lines of fiscal prudence and his dogged pursuit of appreciating the Ghana cedi, reducing inflation and prices, reducing interest rates, and revitalizing our private sector, renewing hope in the Ghanaian. While many challenges remain, this sitting will focus on pursuing fiscal prudence, economic consolidation, the private sector revitalization to strengthen Ghana's financial stability and growth.
Kani Greater Accra Mantem so afo in Munyam for titles global or they are two just say the ekoso yoko to our to nsafre chama wuntumi no entwa yie afi asojafo no so edi eche no kwa enye nkran ha ne hia mo sem bedi wuntumi eche e wosem koboko na mokohwe ntokwa na ekoso no pata.
What is the issue? Yesterday he was at CID headquarters taking bail. He was asked to come back only to finish with the CID and then they bring him here to continue the same process, to Today the money is worse in NDC John Mahama's time. Today is worse.
Very worse.
Worse than our time. And you are all quiet. You are not talking. But NDC executives have rushed into the forest. As we speak, are people not mining the forest? NDC people, are they not mining the forest? Are we in strange land? Why do you want to behave like strangers?
We have some for yetwa and seven so na African Union Advisory Board Against Corruption. One more eba be na watching more review mission ya enono one more ebe say sadwene ahwe kwan ya befa so na anti-corruption standard no sisudua yede esi ho se ye hwede akoketa hyehye no yebetumi aduru ho ye nuru ho a de ye de aka ho.
Ghana, as one of the earliest champions of this convention, has demonstrated commendable leadership in fortifying its anti-corruption systems. This review presents an invaluable opportunity to evaluate our progress, celebrate achievements, and identify strategic recommendations that will further enhance institutional effectiveness and public trust. This affords us with a rare opportunity to reaffirm our shared commitment to a future where governance is rooted in ethics, justice, and unwavering resolve to combat corruption in all of its forms. Together, we continue to build an Africa that thrives on the principles of accountability and the rule of law. As we prepare for this mission, we reaffirm our shared vision, an Africa where governance is rooted in fairness, where public trust is earned through action, and where the fight against corruption leaves no room for complacency. Together, we continue to build a future defined not by the challenges we face, but by the integrity with which we overcome them. The high-level delegation from the AU Advisory Board Against Corruption, AUABC, very simple, will arrive in Ghana on Sunday, 1st of June, 2025. From Monday through the course of the week, the AUABC delegation will undertake a series of strategic stakeholder engagements with a cross-section of key institutions in Ghana's anti-corruption ecosystem. These engagements will include consultations with the following institutions: the Office of the President, the Ministry of Justice and the Attorney General, the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, the Ghana Audit Service, the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Parliamentary Committee, specifically the Public Accounts Committee, Legal and Constitutional Affairs Committee, civil society organizations including the Ghana Integrity Initiative, the Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, Financial Intelligence Center, Registrar General's Department, Judicial Service, Anti-Corruption Desk, Public Procurement Authority, and our development partners including the UNDP, GIZ, World Bank, Danida, and some other relevant actors. These meetings will provide an opportunity to share experiences, assess progress made under the AUCPCC, and collectively explore ways to strengthen Ghana's fight against corruption.
Orumanyafo kwabena minta kando ede ato Medical and Dental Council mpanyufo na fe Pharmacy Council ene mpanyufo a abene wapomden wonsem anim se Ghana ni ba eyade na oba mo nchen a woni makomom na monsom ne yi.
Womre ni mu no se yeyi osoafo a esese woyi board members a wono beboa no ama watumi aye n'adwuma eyie enu nti 10-member board and we year womo eba beboama apomuden adwuma no watimi apagya akosoro sa board members yi eye woma sede so mbeke kanioma esi ani ama apomuden agina ne naso enti ewo ne ntotoye mu afeya doctor for anyone mo hwese womo adwuma womo ye me medical and dental council no won betumi aye wo madwuma yie ama no akọ enam so ema onumonyafo kwabena minta kando wono eye osofo a wo hwa apomuden won nsem e kire se one appointment here aye yi wo mu yi eno kire se wo mo medical na wo mo enhwe toto enuoma e betumi aboa ma apomuden adwuma no akoso ebio o kire se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama Ghana Medical Trust Fund Mahama case no ade bi eda na koma so eno nti omonya nhihye papa eno so ebetumi abie kwan ma won mo yade na Ghana de hye a wo mo apomuden wonsem atosini no wo mo tumi enya so emfaso
ze hye ya senko ano ebro beye 26 ene yedi kan apa bot ni bi hontuma ene enan de san apa hontuma nti eyemra se yenya mpanyimfo akuku dambi saa momoboa agencies no se na beye omadwuma ebetumi akọ so wano na atoti omampanyi ewo anisade hu se odi oman bibia enko yie ne be ni ya ye foforo na ye papa e de amagana ni bia nti ebotaye eye Ghana ni no se ne be ye betuna som oman no ya som Ghana fo eyi nti ye papa nom ye nuanom ma de ya pawo no no eye nkofo bia omunim de ewo apomuden asoye nim ene ya pawo se omeboa na apomuden asoye no so efa ne to na pa fra de beka ni se mra no no ebeba na baby yadru bia no e de aba betu bia se ne enne about a week ago na my instructions say yen kan che Ghana for nyina say ye detect cases be me we are in control the activity the various protocols near the ade and then so baby adru bia nyama omo e dia aba betu dwabie nti baby bedru bia ne ba Ghana for aswati e be kan say so obi a wanya saya really ya hu say owo bi na one na di nhyiamu a awasa won so kwaya hesabia me yekohwese wanya bia na say nya bi nti e be stress mo bia yam hyehyem doctor for and a dentist and a physician assistant yina eba abaye adwumaden da bia sima meka ne say we a health professional ade a friend no say abadaye to hu ache ni nyina ye bibia e wo say we a doctor we a dentist we a physician assistant ewo mu ifiti ase say adwuma no e humobro adwuma obi a obeba onchen bia no say bioson wadi emia enti no oba onchen oni emia ọmọ nchen eninti ye de adwuma no yenya de ahye yensa de ebeye na ya ye ama anigi aba eninti de me ya ne se me hye nipa bose afi ni start na enche bia no obi a be hu se ensakraye aba ye adwuma die mu.
Free SHS computerized school selection and placement system no says impanyufo ebia no efri me busumi ni de toso aduonu nson omo be tuamu akosi 11th June.
The 2025 Basic Education Certificate Examination BECE candidates will be undergoing the school selection exercise. This all-important activity is starting today, Tuesday, 27th May, and ends Friday, 6th June 2025. Please let's take note of the following modifications in the 2025 school selection process. Candidates who wish to enter SHS TVET school must, with guidance from parents, guardians, and school authorities, select 7 schools in total, 5 main and 2 alternatives. Your 5 main schools should be ranked in order of preference, with the first being the most preferred choice. Your two alternatives should be selected from Appendix 3 for consideration, if not placed in any of your 5 main choices. Select programs and residential preferences for each of the schools, 3 boarding and 2 day. Candidates may select one Category B school as boarding and another Category B school as day. Candidates may also select one Category C school as boarding and another Category C school as day. Please note that candidates placed in any of their choices will not be changed. Also note that candidates cannot choose more than one from Category A. Candidates cannot select more than 2 schools from Category B. Candidates may select all 5 schools from Category C, 3 boarding, 2 day. Candidates who wish to offer pure TVET programs must select 5 TVET institutions from Category A, B, C, using the same selection criteria as indicated earlier, as day or boarding. Candidates who wish to offer program choices about future job prospects, such as engineers, physicians, astronauts, etc., must select STEM sciences in all 5 choices from Category A, B, C as day or boarding. The school selection form must be signed off by a parent, guardian, and submitted to the head teacher of the JHS attended. All parents and guardians must keep a copy of the school selection form. Making a good selection is very important to the education of our children. I would therefore urge parents and guardians to spend some time of their busy schedule to undertake this exercise. It's very, very important.
Guardian must keep a copy.
Ajiman Rollins. Honorable members, as you recall, I was not the one on the chair. In fact, I was out of the jurisdiction of this country when it happened. The investigations are still not concluded. But to be frank with you, you are telling me that none of you can identify the person who spoke. The person, honorable members, please, the person spoke not once, but twice. The minority leader on his feet turned to look in that direction. And none of you can identify the person who spoke. I'm very disappointed. What is even shocking, with all the cameras and the CCTV, none could capture the person who spoke. Honorable members, these are serious matters. And when they are properly brought to me, I take action. Shouts, noise will not compel me to take action. You know what to do. Please, I am voicing out my feelings. I'm really very disappointed.
We have seen afe yentinsi yempotamu na yenhwe de ekoso. Yebohwi kopie mu a dufia ya wowo alakple togbe amezegu ya otoso mienu ese. Ne manfo ho chi wonom. Ye ka say chip compound e wo ho wo champanyfo so wo maboa no nwie na afe wakwan ho nsem so onhwe nsesi.
It's a privilege Alakpele community was able to host this 2025 annual Easter festival successfully. The theme for the festival is unity in progress and development. And as a community, when the VRA flooding incident happened, it took a very high toll on us. And our clinic at the Kotoka Memorial Clinic became inaccessible to us. And we have to go run about before we can access healthcare. So as a community and the chiefs, we decided to quickly organize and build a chip compound. We have been able to put up the structure. It is left with finishing and with the medical supplies. As a community, we are appealing to benevolent organizations, any individual who think highly of healthcare. Alakpele community, Kuma specifically, is appealing for help to be able to finish the chip compound and make it operational. Our target is by next year Easter, we should be able to commission the project. And we are doing a bypass road from where the chip compound is to through Lambito to Nyehe.
From the Alakpele junction to the community, the road is not good. The first seal was done about 8 years ago, and when the water spillage happens, it takes off much side of the first seal of the road. So when you see now, you see the road is like Sakura type of road. So we are appealing to the government to come to our aid, because that is the only road that links about 5 communities. So that is the challenges that we face there. The people have to use motorbike, and unfortunately the motorbike we have to call somebody, either from Savietula or Anglogan, before the person come and rescue. It is a big challenge. That is why the community is making it agenda to complete this project before even the next year, 2026 Easter.
Our pregnant women in the town, they are suffering a lot because of having access to the road, good roads. So at times when they want to go to the hospital or they want to go in for antenatal, they suffer a lot. So that is why we are saying that we need a hospital or we need a clinic or the chief's compound to be in the town for to help we the women of Alakpele.
We have seen for yentoa ensem so speaker ama mrashebedwafo nyina esori ejina ye ema ye national pledge no obia ekan.
Now usually mention a member's name to lead us to recite the national pledge. Today being the opening meeting, the leader of the House, the majority leader, will lead us to recite the national pledge. Honorable members, silence please.
I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal.
Congratulations.
aha ne yanti ase no omudum microphones no nti so omaka enti yeba home so yeba bongo di farade aguje mu nsem ebeto ayeso yeba sisia